All right, this is going to be our first part of our app smashing project. This project is going to consist of using Tynker, Explain Everything, and ThingLink to create a multimedia presentation on the force of gravity. So in class, we have been learning that gravity is caused by objects' mass. And so the first part of your App Smash is going to be to use Tynker to create a simulation that demonstrates the force of gravity. This is the first time we've used Tynker before, and so I want to show you a few parts of Tynker. Tynker is a program that uses block code to help you create simulations, games, animations, and pretty much anything you can imagine you can do with Tynker. We're going to be working together in class to learn how to do some basic coding. The menu in Tynker contains the commands that you can use in your codes. So you have events, animations, sounds that you can add to your code, physics, which we'll be using in our simulations for this project, controls. Controls feature if-then statements, and it allows us to have the code tell the computer to do something if something occurs. Looks allows us to change the character's costume and animations. Operators allow us to compare numbers and functions. Variables allow us to store information and recall it. Motion allows us to cause objects and actors to move. Sensing gives us the ability to, when something is detected, to make something happen. The pen allows us to write things, and functions allow us to perform complex actions in our program. So to start with, you can see that Tynker contains the stage, and the stage is where your code will be written. You can see in the stage I have on start, and I have the code display the message, welcome to the gravity simulator. Please click from left to right. The majority of the code, though, is actually with the actors. My first actor is the bowling ball, so you can see the code that I used. On start, I turn the physics on. I turn my gravity on, and you can change the force of gravity from 0 to any number. Earth's gravity is about 9.8. So you can see this ball is going to be falling slower than Earth's gravity. This statement turns off gravity temporarily so that the bowling ball does not fall at the start of the program. This statement, when I click on the bowling ball, it causes the gravity to be turned back on for this actor. Set restitution causes the bowling ball to be more bouncy. And I set a wait time of 3.5 seconds, which will then cause a bouncing sound. So this is the code that you'll see that causes my bowling ball to drop in a minute. The code for the green ball is shown here, and it's very similar to the bowling ball. I basically copied it, but I did change the bounciness of the ball because it's falling faster. And I did change the force of gravity. You can see instead of 30, it is now 60 times the force, or 6 times the force of Earth's gravity. And you can see that it has less wait time before I play the bounce sound. The most complicated object was the purple ball. So as part of this code, the first part of it's the same. I set my gravity to off. Once I click on it, the gravity is turned on. My gravity is set to 23, and I set the bounciness of the ball. Next, I wait 1 second, and when the ball hits the ground, it will bounce, make a bounce noise. Then I actually incorporated a question into this, and so I used an ask statement, and I typed the question that I wanted to ask. Next, I created a if-else statement. and I took the answer of my ask statement, and if it equals green, then the code tells the computer to say great job and also play victory music. If green is not typed, the computer will say wrong, a siren will sound, and it will play dramatic music. So let's see all of this code in action now. So first I'm going to hit play. That starts my code. A message is displayed. When I click on the bowling ball, the code tells the bowling ball the physics are on, turns it to fall. And you can see that the gravity was set very low, so the force of gravity caused a very slow acceleration towards the surface. Next, I'm going to click on the green ball. The force of gravity caused the green ball to fall at a much faster rate than the blue ball. Lastly, I'm going to click on the pink ball. Remember, when I set the force of gravity, it was between the force of gravity of the blue ball and the green ball. Now my question pops up and I'm prompted to type in an answer. So what ball had the greatest acceleration? Clearly you could see that the green ball had the fastest acceleration, has the strongest force of gravity. So I'm going to type green and we'll see what happens. So the computer displays the message, great job, and plays the background music. And that is how you can create a simple program in Tynker.